Hey guys, Mike with Under the Carolina Sky. Thank you very much for joining me today on my channel. Today's Canteen Cup Tuesday, and technically I'm not really supposed to be outside. I've been sick all week and I'm not going back to work until tomorrow, but man, I had to get out of the house. I was getting a little cabin fever, if you know what I mean. Canteen Cup Tuesday, my first one. On the menu today, ALPO, just like the title says. Yeah, I'll explain that in just a minute. Let me get all my stuff out of my bag. So many of you remember on my last video, I made a canteen bottle holder for my canteen bottle and my canteen cup. I just need to figure out a way to attach it to the belt that came off the pants that I cut this pocket off of. But anyway, pretty cool. Hope you guys like it. So I'll take my canteen cup out now. Everything fits right inside there. There she is, aluminum canteen cup. Set that aside. Man, I got a great menu today. You guys are gonna love this, I hope. So this is my entire cook kit. This is usually what I cook with. I've got everything I need in here to cook a meal and make coffee. But this is for backpacking. It's super lightweight. I'm not gonna use all of this today. I'm just gonna take my little Fancy Feast cat food can stove out of there, my little alcohol stove, and that's what I'm gonna use to cook with today. So basically the menu today is going to be rice with some leftover hamburgers. I'm gonna crumble those up and I'm gonna pour some brown gravy over that. And when my kids were younger, my wife would make it mainly out of convenience, and it was cheap, but it tasted really good, and we called it ALPO lovingly. It was one of our favorite secret meals, I guess you could say. I don't think everybody goes around telling everybody that their favorite meal is ALPO, but for us, it was usually pretty good. And I've got something else too. I've got some, got a slab of homemade cornbread that a friend of mine made. Actually, my best friend's wife, Sheila, Sister Sheila, thank you so much. This is the last piece. Cornbread. It's gonna have to be cornbread. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's what I want. Final answer, cornbread. When I got sick earlier this past week, they made us some soup and brought it over to the house. And this is homemade cornbread made in a cast iron skillet. I can't wait. This is the last piece, so I'm gonna enjoy that with it too. Love these little pouches. Coffee in here. First things first, coffee, guys. Doesn't exactly fit, but might make it more of a little faster. Boy, it's really chilly out today. Chilly and rainy, just the way I like it. I finally found a city park where there was no creepies hanging out at. Just creepy people that hang out at city parks during the day and just sit in their cars and just stare at everybody. I can see taking a nap. I can see maybe eating your lunch, reading a book on your lunch break. But to just go sit at a city park and sit there and just stare at people, it's just kind of creepy, you know? I don't like it. The first park I went to, there was a city worker sitting there in his big diesel truck, and it was just running and airplanes were flying over, and I'm like, man, there's no way I'm going to be able to film there. Looks like that's getting plenty hot enough. Let's get some coffee out here now. I like the red one during the day. It's got the good stuff in it. Full leaded. of water. Start cooking the rice. There we are. Huh. Top doesn't exactly fit the pot, but it'll work for now. Oh yeah, that's good. A couple of leftover hamburgers from last night. Go ahead, start cutting these up. God, I hate to use these glasses, but man, I can't see anything. Still refrigerated. I like it cold. It's really good. So as soon as that water comes to a boil, I'll put that rice in there. Let the rice cook. And then I'll put this hamburger and the brown gravy in there on top of it. And simmer it up for a little bit longer. And then I should be ready to go. Good old ALPO on a rainy day. Man, I don't think I need that other hamburger. I'm probably going to save that one. It's getting harder and harder to find a place to go and just be alone and live in the city. I kind of hate it. But it is what it is. Back to work tomorrow. That alcohol stove works great. Love it. Taking it with me now for, I guess I've had it for about a year, maybe. Lots of campouts. Made a lot of coffee with it. Made a lot of soup with it. A lot of Mountain House meals. But my first Canteen Cup Tuesday. The river's right behind me. Maybe if I get a chance, I'll take the camera over there and show it to you guys before we leave. The Catawba River. I'm going to let that boil for just about a minute. Then I'm going to take it off and let it sit for probably another 3-4 minutes. The train coming from behind me across the river. I'm going to see if I can get it in the camera. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That train crossing the bridge. Let me get it over here. There it is. Oh yeah. What a treat. Cool. Hope you guys can see that. That's a train crossing the Catawba River. That bridge, they tell me, is probably about 100 years old. Pretty cool. I'll come down here some other time to get a little closer shot. Let me show you guys my old knife that I've had for several years. It's pretty cool. It's got a real leather sheath. It's just a small knife. It's a mass marketed knife, I guess you would say. I got it at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It's made by Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It's their house brand called Rough Rider. And this is called a long rifle. It's got a wooden handle on it. Really sharp, 440 steel. And I keep it in this little leather sheath that came with it. I keep a hairband around it so that it doesn't get loose when it's on my belt. probably enough. Gonna mix it all together now. The brown gravy, and the hamburger, and the rice to make what my family affectionately calls ALPO. Back on the stove it goes, just for a little bit, so it can get warm. It's looking pretty good. Not bad. That's your ALPO. Let that heat up a little bit more, and then we shall eat. Now I know from past experience this is going to need a little salt and pepper on it, so put some of that here with me. Wow, that's really good. Look at this. Wow. This is cast iron skillet cornbread. You've never had cast iron skillet cornbread before? You don't know what you're missing, man. This is awesome. Got kind of a primitive flavor to it. It's just, I can't explain it. I don't know what it is. It's just so good. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Have an awesome rest of the week. And take care. Bye.
Looking back over my shoulder,